Hey guys, I want to make a quick review video of this Bestar Nebula 65W Queen Murphy bed. There's a link down in the description if you want to buy one of these or something like it or something from this company. If you've been in the market for a Murphy bed, you very likely know there's just hordes of options out there. I am the type of person that does my research to the nth degree, so I went round and round looking for something that would fit my space and that I thought was a quality product and all this kind of stuff. So I wanted to wait. It's been about a year plus since I've owned this, and I just wanted to circle back and share some thoughts and just a little bit of review and point out just a couple of features to you about the specific model. Overall, I've been very happy with this Murphy bed. I think this is a good buy. It's good value. It is really well built. I think it's durable. It's got some cool features in it that I didn't find in other models. And please stick around to the very end of the video because there's one very extremely important safety thing I want to tell you about this bed. I don't believe this is necessarily just unique specifically to this one, but any Murphy bed installation you're going to do is probably going to have something similar to it. So just wanted to jump right in, and like I said, just share a couple things about it. I'll fold it down and give you a little bit more of a look at these things. But just the general construction of the thing, first of all, I do think it's stylish, very simple, kind of has that like IKEA boxy simplistic thing. This would probably go in like any sort of room. You could probably make it work, but it's not overly ornate. It's weird paneling or nothing on that. And I kind of like that about it. It's a simple design. So like I was starting to point out, like a lot of these parts are, they are particle board, but they are quite thick and they're pretty heavy. And it's just got a good feel to it. Nice finish on it as well. So I felt pretty good about that. The other thing I really like about this Murphy bed is just how easy it is for one person to operate it and fold it down. And that's obviously attributed to the spring hydraulic piston mechanism that I'll show you here in a second. But it's very easy to operate. Like I said, you don't need a whole lot of muscle strength or force to get this thing up and down, which is really nice. So I've just been keeping my pillows up in here when the bed is stored, but bring these down. But just to give you a little bit more of a close-up view of the mechanism in here, it's just got a nice set of these, pretty substantial hydraulic piston type things here to do the assistive job, like we said, once again, of raising and lowering the bed very easily. Don't need a lot of muscle strength. Men, women, anybody can probably do this without too much hassle. So that is a nice feature on the bed. One of the other cool things, it's kind of hard to show you down here, but it has these retaining like metal, these just kind of wiry things that holds the mattress in place. When you fold this up and gravity takes over, it just keeps the mattress from sliding that other way. And I've seen this done, a little bit different design. Like some of the other beds just had like a solid piece of wood back there, but it's just like a simplistic, simple, easy design, but very nice. It does the job, and it's nice because you can just kind of slide the mattress outward a little bit. We need to put the sheets on the bed and just slide it right back. And like I said, it does a perfect job of just keeping the mattress in place when you fold the bed up, which is kind of cool. So like we said, just a little bit of a look back there. It's got this kind of like back area too, which I liked about this model. It just provides like a little bit of like a backboard look. And as you can see, I've kind of got my pillows stored up there. You could put some artwork back there because there's a little bit of relief. There's another paneling section up here. I guess this is pretty much just for look, but just kind of gives you an idea of the way that the bed looks when it's folded out into the room. Couple other things, like one other huge thing I really like about this bed that I have to show you is that a lot of these Murphy beds, the base level here is just nothing more than just a flat board. So your mattress, whatever you've got, is just going to sit on top of a flat piece of wood. But this is one really brilliant thing about the Bestar model here, is that it's got this really nice wooden raised slatting sort of part of the structure to it here. So what this does is keeps the mattress elevated. You get some airflow underneath there, and the kind of same way that a box spring would work for you is basically what you're accomplishing here, which I think is really cool for a Murphy bed. That's a great feature. So, you know, I've actually got just a regular coil spring mattress on here, which is really nice, plenty comfortable. You could get a foam mattress for yourself. A lot of folks will do that with just, like we said, this little more simplistic design. If you're just kind of laying right on top of a solid piece of wood that forms the base of the bed there. But like I said, just a really nice like shining point of this Bestar model here. The other thing I really like about the Bestar is just the way that the legs fold up here. This is a nice, pretty solid piece of metal here, as you can see, just how that works. Really easy to operate, and you know, you just saw it a minute ago when it was in the folded out position. But it's nice too because it kind of it retains the sheeting and all this and that when you get to folding the bed back up the other way, which is a pretty nice handy feature. So we'll do that in a second just to demonstrate that. But one thing I want to show you, the only really knock I can give this thing, it's really not that bad, but just for some reason on the top here, those metal things have been just grinding on the top there. So it's just kind of worn down a little bit of that wooden area. Oops, same thing on both sides here. So that's a minor thing in the grand scheme of it all, but it's just something I experienced. But just very generally speaking, guys, I've slept in this bed plenty of times myself. It's actually really comfortable. I've always had like really good positive comments from any guests that I've had over that have used the bed. So, you know, just that's been the experience with the Bestar here. So I'll fold this back up so you can see how it works. And once again, how easy this is to do. It's just me, one arm, one hand, just holding the camera. Folds up nice and easy in there. And like I said, the last thing I wanted to do is to show you guys that the really important part that I was talking about, and that's a safety thing. When you mount this thing to the wall, okay, and let me say this is very well documented in the instructions. After owning the thing, I think for 6 months or something like that, I was getting these notices that there was like some sort of like lawsuit that had been brought against this company at some point in time because the bed had actually folded up on several people, I guess, when they were sleeping in it, and it killed a couple people, actually, very, very extremely unfortunately and sadly. But that was attributed to an improper installation, which, like I said, was very well outlined even before this like whole notice thing went out. So it's something to mention to you guys and girls out there. If you are going to buy one of these things and you don't necessarily know what you're doing or understand what I'm about to describe to you, just do me a favor and get somebody to help you, because this is very, very important, and nobody wants to get hurt out there in one of these things, which it can happen if you just understand the design of this thing. So what I'm talking about here is those springs on the inside, it actually does have like a significant amount of force that makes this bed want to sandwich together. And if you didn't have it really properly mounted to the wall, the whole thing can kind of fall down and close up on itself. And that's just the part that I want to climb up here and show you guys. These brackets back here are extremely important, okay? These metal brackets that retain the whole framing structure and everything, these need, or actually, I'm sorry, it's not necessarily just specifically the brackets, but it's these mounting screws on the side. These guys need to go into the studs of the wall. Okay, so what that means is behind the wall here, the structuring of the building itself has these big beefy hunks of wood, and these screws are like, they're 4 or 5 inches long, so they lag and sink like deep into the framing of the room, let's say. So it's just what I'm describing here is just doing this proper job of mounting this bed into the studs. Is, like I said, the people that got hurt, they weren't doing that. They didn't understand it. They might have just put screws into the drywall and thought that was going to be okay, but the drywall does not grab these screws nearly adequately enough. And what needs to be done with that job, with those really long, like lagging bolts that sink into the framing of the building, like I said. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Leave some comments down in the below section there if you need any more clarification on that, but just something you need to be aware of, okay, if you're going to buy any Murphy bed. But that's just the way that this one functions here, is it needs to mount into the wall. in such a way. So, all right, guys, I hope that gives you a decent idea of how this thing works and what it's all about. So go grab one of these. I think it's a great buy. It's a great addition to the room. I've gotten a lot of utility and use out of it. And I just love the fact that it's like, you can have the bed down, you got people over, we need it out of the way, it just folds up nice and clean, nice and easy. And you got all this space to work with here. So, all right, guys, hope that helps you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Like I said, link in the description down below. Go grab one of these. All right, bye-bye.